We're joined by UMass Boston baseball first baseman Ryan McCormick. Ryan, what have you been up to the last 2 months?
Nothing really. I've been working at CVS a little bit, and then I've been just finishing up schoolwork, hanging out with some of the friends, and nothing really. Just planning on graduating, so just getting my schoolwork and task and watching my Zoom classes.
What's been the hardest part of this period not having baseball in your life? I mean, the last 3 years, the baseball's team was still playing at this point in May, even though graduation is about to happen. How have you kind of missed baseball the most, or like what part have you been missing the most?
I definitely just think like hanging out with the guys, giving you something to do, and just now it's a whole lot of go home, do really nothing all day, schoolwork. The baseball kind of gives you a break, like laughter, like enjoyment, hanging with the guys, because obviously not everyone's going to hang out with everyone after school on the team. Like, you have your group, and now it's like some of the guys you miss, like, even like the freshmen in the classroom, we didn't really get the fun with. You didn't really see how we interacted with them within the games. It's kind of just came to an end.
With that, I want to get into your baseball career. Ryan, you were always a phenomenal hitter, but sometimes it meant having to find a different spot for you in the lineup. You played a lot of outfield as a freshman. You were the starting catcher as a sophomore. You were the first baseman as a junior and started this year at first base. Did you have one position that you enjoyed playing more than others, or was it really just wherever you have to play defensively to make sure that you get to hit and be in the game?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing is, number one, staying in the lineup. And as Coach always said, if you can hit, he'll find a spot for you. And I kind of heard that growing up was throughout high school, AAU. It was like, if you can always hit, you can find a spot. There'll be a spot for you in the lineup. And I think it was adjusting to all the positions I could play. And I think it was very helpful that I could play all of them, and I could also hit. So Coach could work around me and put me in a different position to make sure I could stay in the lineup. And that was always a big thing, because there's a powerhouse guy in front of me that played a position better than me. He could switch me around to a different one just so I could stay in the lineup, and that was always a big thing.
Did you have one position you were most comfortable, or that maybe you were the most confident in your abilities?
No, not really. I wouldn't say I was really confident at anything. I guess you could say first base if I had to pick one. That was probably the easiest one. I don't think I was as good defensively at anything. Well, I got the job done at most of all.
Yeah, that is the most important part.
Yeah.
And despite being maybe someone who wasn't that confident in your defense, you certainly made some big defensive plays throughout your career. I want to talk about one of the biggest offensive plays of your career right now. Super Regionals Game 1. You come up in the bottom of the 8th. There's 2 outs. There's 2 guys on. And you come up with a 2-run single to put the Beacons ahead. Can you go through that at bat? And kind of what was going through your head? Obviously, Coach puts on a hit and run, and it works perfectly to score both runs. But what was going through your mind during that particular at-bat? Probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, at-bats of your career.
I guess just getting the job done, try to get someone in. And I was fortunate enough to get both of them in, but I definitely, try to give us a chance to win and get a big hit. That's for us.
It was kind of a bloop into left center. Yeah. Did you know off the bat that it was going to be as successful as it was?
I thought it was going to get down right away, but I didn't realize Darren was going to score from first. But I guess I just found the right hole in the field, and sometimes that's what it takes to win.
What were the past 3 postseason runs for you like? I know we talked about it in your Beacon Spotlight last year, having already played in a Little League World Series. Obviously, that's a unique experience for a baseball player. But to get to play in 2 College World Series, 3 NCAA tournaments, and really have a role in all 3, that's pretty unique to be a freshman and get a chance to come up in some big spots, and then to be a starter in the middle of the lineup as a sophomore and a junior?
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. I know my freshman year, I didn't play all that much, but I did. I remember the World Series. I did get a pinch hit. I believe we were down one in like 7th or 8th inning, and I hit a one hopper to the shortstop. Unfortunately, got out. But I remember Lopi picked me up and he got a hit. So that was like really my first time. I want to say being in that big of a moment in the spotlight in like college World Series as a freshman. I think that was a pretty special moment.
So this was supposed to be your season. You had a tremendous freshman season in limited at-bats, all region players a sophomore. As a junior, you didn't quite hit, but you were coming into this year and you were crushing it. You hit .474 in 19 at-bats. You were a senior. You were going to be a leader in the middle of the lineup. How much motivation did you have going into this year, and how difficult was it to lose it so abruptly after you had really begun to show what you were capable of this senior season?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of motivation. To play good was definitely one of them, but also to go out with the 4th ring. I don't think any other class has done that. I mean, we had the first 3, and as a collective senior class, we wanted to get that 4th ring and be 4 for 4. That's something that's never been done. So I think we definitely all had motivation to do that as a collective whole. And for it to come end so quickly and out of like left field, it was kind of just a shocker, especially as you're playing good, you're in the groove. I was hitting well, and then supposed to go to Florida where it's fun, it's nice, you get to hang out at the home bay, and then it just came to an end so quick. It was a shocker.
Do you have any moments thus far through the first 3+ years that you're really going to cherish and be able to look back upon it with a fond memory from?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think hitting my first college home run. I did that sophomore year, and the last game happened to be my last at bat. It's one thing you'll never forget. I mean, after having a good sophomore year and still not hitting that homer, and to finally do it. I mean, granted, we were down big, and it was kind of over, but it was just one of those you're just not going to forget hitting your first college homer.
Looking forward, you start a job next week. You're moving home. You're going back to Rhode Island. Can you tell us a little bit about the job and how it relates to what you were studying at UMass Boston?
Oh, yeah, it's an environmental job. I'll be inspecting pipes and sewers to make sure everything's environmentally safe. It seems like I'm going to be making sure they pass inspection and there's nothing crazy going on with it. And that's kind of what I studied. That was my major, environmental science, so just to tie it all in, see what's good, get something, get a good job with this crazy times. I got lucky. I mean, I did have to give up my summer for it, but it's one of the points you have to take to get a job.
You were one of the athletes who was thinking about coming back for next year. Is that still possibly on the table? Obviously, you don't have to be enrolled fall semester, but potentially trying to make a comeback for that spring semester?
Yeah, it's definitely an option. I definitely would like to come back. I mean, for it to end like this, it's your senior year, to go out like that kind of stinks. I mean, you have the rest of your life to work, so I'm definitely thinking of it. Maybe the job can be more lenient during the spring semester, saying that, I have to go, I got practice. I mean, that's what I'd like to happen. But if I'm really starting to miss it, I can always quit and just finish baseball and come back, or look for another job, because I definitely would like to come back and finish the senior year.
Well, Ryan, it's been a pleasure watching the first 3+ seasons of your career. We hope to see you back for next spring. Either way, good luck with everything, and good luck with the new job starting next week.
All right. Thank you. Take care.